Due to recent backlash from Chinese players spiraling out of control, developer had to come out with 2 additional options for this cosmetic as a solution within 48 hours. The full story on some YouTube channel that I am not about to go to because fuck the anti-gooner Chinese people. I'm sorry. I love Asian women. I love all Asian people. It's just that Chinese people seem to be the most anti-gooner motherfuckers on the face of this planet. While a lot of people embrace the gooner mentality, Chinese people seem to want to censor and destroy it, if that makes sense, because of values. Now, I'm not saying that gooning is appropriate all the time. I'm just saying, look at the original outfit here for the female character, and then look at the other options that they basically changed it to. They decided to change the original. Well, not change the original. They kept the original, but they added extra options because people were crying about it. And these are Chinese players that were crying about it. Global players, we don't really care. I mean, if you want me to be 100% honest with you, Where Winds Meet is not even gooner focused in the fucking first place at all. There really is no revealing outfits in Where Winds Meet whatsoever, even to the global standards. It's more anti-gooner than anything. When I actually have this on my female character in game. Like, I think I'll put like a little screen up so you can see my character running around with it on in game. I have this painted white and red. I have this outfit, the original, and I didn't see anything that was like strange out of the ordinary, because I already played this game thinking, well, they're already anti-gooner. There's nothing revealing. And then here's what I found out. Apparently, our created characters are 16 years old. So the devs decided to open up a can of worms and be like, oh yeah, by the way, your created character is 16 years old. Why would you do that? That's just like the first Descendant dev saying that Haley is 15 years old. So that means that I've been running around with Haley's ass cheeks out in game, and I'm looking at a minor. Your boy Legacy's going to prison. Like, that's just like them coming out and saying that. That's like, bro, what kind of can of worms would you open to do something? Like, why would you do that? Why would you say that? Why would you be like, oh yeah, I guess it's in the writing. But let's go down here real quick. Yeah, I wrote something there, and it's got to be approved, I assume. I'm trying to go down to where it was, because this Reddit is actually infested with CCP shills because you're being downloaded. They complain about the lore accuracy of the game, insane poker feats, and where you can dye your hair pink. The fact that you can even play as a woman and go out and fight is not lore accurate. I don't want to get into any of that. I know that the CCP own Chinese people out there in China, so I hate to say that, but they own y'all. But America's probably heading that way. Let's take a look at it. So to all who said CCP, I'm sorry. This is unedited too, because I'm not gonna edit this shit out. I can't edit this shit out. It's being like live recorded. To all who said it's CCP censored, no, it is not. If you just go and take a look at the post from, I can't pronounce that shit. I need to learn Chinese, but I want to learn Japanese first, or Korean. Comes from the fact that the main character is 16. I already said that. So it's quite gross to have an outfit that can be viewed as sexualizing a minor. Let's scroll back up and look at this. How is this sexualizing a minor though? The age of 16 is consensual in the vast part of this planet. Age of consent is 16. 16. Matter of fact, if you're Hispanic, I think you're an adult at 15 in their traditions. I'm not following here, but okay, whatever. All right. Hold on, we're gonna go down here. It's main character 16, so it's quite gross to have. Okay, whatever. On the Chinese servers, many female players have complained about some male players harassing them by doing some kind of emoji that makes it look like the guy is grabbing the back strap to undo it, and commenting in chats how the outfit gets them hard and such. Ha! I know that Chinese players are anti-gooner, but I didn't know that they had gooners out there like that. The difference between the controversial one and the other ones, such as the 9 Mortal Ways one, is like the difference between revealing lingerie and like gym leggings sports bra. With the other prior, there wasn't the same problem. So I guess there's something going on with one of the 9 Mortal Way outfits, but who really gives a fuck about that? I don't care about that. The outfit had a ribbon on the back, and seeing players were complaining how it looked like a bra and how a young girl shouldn't wear that. So if you're a young girl and you wear pretty big size bra, you are being overly sexualized. Just so, for your, for your records there. Male and female chests aren't sexualized the same. I've yet to hear about the law where men can't be shirtless, but most areas women aren't allowed due to women's chests being hypersexualized. But go on with your fake outrage and virtue signaling. We can't even go braless in work situation because that might make men too tempted. But I am not really being sarcastic here, FYI. We're talking about them complaining about a ribbon that makes it look like they wear a bra while being okay with men being touched. What are you talking about? Are you illiterate? CN is the one crying, go tell them, and then there's 4 more replies. These are new replies. Vocal minority plus looks like China just imported our cultural war BS from the last 10 years. Yeah, global or mostly US. We've been at war with one another. We got the anti-gooners over here versus the gooners. Chinese are more radical than any. It's true. I know this person got downvoted. I'm going to upvote them and take away one of the negatives. They are radical. They are radical when it comes to hypersexualizing characters in video games. Because if you look at a lot of the Chinese gacha games that are some of the biggest in the world, they love to run and censor. If the Chinese player base complains that it's too sexual, it's too revealing, they hurry up and make changes. Unnecessary changes. And it affects the global player base. And let me be real with you. The global player base is not the same as the Chinese player base. We are not anti-gooner. Matter of fact, if you censor too much, I can guarantee you will lose millions of dollars. Because we see it as censorship. You come in and be like, oh, we're going to cover up this character. We're going to give the global players this covered up character because it was too revealing over here, so we're going to cover it up all the way around. What ends up happening is you are now you're fucking with a hungry lion. You don't want to do that. It's bad for business. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. The term goes, sex sells. Or the oldest saying in the fucking book, you go woke, go broke. Going woke is not always the best thing you should do. I don't give a fuck what you're trying to do. Cover the female up, undress the male. I mean, it is what it is. Like, meanwhile, the Korean devs over at Magnum Studio for the First Descendant decided to give us new sportswear and lingerie, well, not lingerie, but loungewear for the female characters. And literally, characters are running around in a wet t-shirt, bra and panties, and some high heels. There really is no backlash on that because the Koreans ain't the same as the Chinese. They're not radical. They believe in the art of gooning. which is why they make so much money, even though they get backlash for the gooners. I'm done here, man. I'm done with this video, bro. I'm done. Like, this is not new with the Chinese. This is not new whatsoever. And this is why a lot of their games end up servicing. Because when you start censoring shit, like, okay, you got the global side and the Chinese side. Keep that censorship nonsense, that anti-gooner, that wokeness shit. Keep that shit over there. Leave the global version alone. Because if you fuck with the global version, you're fucking with your money. But if you're not making as much money on the global side as you are the Chinese side, then I could kind of understand why you would listen to the Chinese more than you would the global side. But that's any developer, any Chinese developer. They care about what their Chinese players say over the global players. And really, it should be which one makes you the most money. Because if they were to come out with some swimsuit outfits for the female characters on Where Winds Meet on the global side, I promise you an explosion of profits would come in, while the game would probably be under fire and under watch by the CCP in China if they ever came out with something that revealing. Could you imagine a regular bikini for the female character being put on the Chinese servers? Bro, the game would burn up. The game would probably end the service completely, both global and Chinese side, because of how radical they are over there about that shit. I'm done though. It's stupid, man.